Awesome. And then so you'll start to feel, as we start work up the body, you're starting to feel a lot of integration, but also a lot of freedom and movement with the breath, which now brings us to the shoulder loop, because this really affects how we breathe. The shoulder loop, Q, we could say, includes the first principle. We go back to that first principle again when we say lengthen the side body and take the shoulders back. That's kind of like a simple cue, but really there's 5 actions. So the first one is to inhale, lengthen the side body and expand the inner body, and this is the open to grace and setting the intention and gratitude and attitude. And then we exhale, muscle energy, we draw the shoulders back, and draw the head to the humerus back. We externally rotate the upper arms, and we internally rotate the lower arms. And then the 5th action is to inhale, expand, because now we're a bit squeezed in the back body, and then we inhale, expand evenly all around, and then exhale and soften. So it maintains some softness without like strong activation, and everything just falls into place. As the shoulder blades come down, so this is really key, as we do the shoulder loop, the shoulder blades, when we draw the shoulders back, the shoulder loop lifts the heart and the sternum in the front body, and the clavicles roll up, while the shoulder blades flow down the back body. As the shoulder blades move down the back body, we don't want to pull the arms and the armpits down. We want to keep the inner body fullness as the shoulder blades come down. So when standing, the shoulder girdle is balanced on the rib cage, and the head to the humerus are optimally lined in the shoulder sockets. If we do not have enough shoulder loop, the sternum will be down and the posture will be drooping and rounded like this. And if we have too much, it brings us into a super military posture where we have a flat thoracic and then the sternum is too lifted and it's too exaggerated. So we just have that nice soft balance. So we expand the inner body with the gratitude and the open to grace. That sets it up, and then we fine tune it with the other actions. So inhaling and expanding the inner body, opens to grace, lengthens the side body. And then we draw the head to the arm bones back, which is a muscle energy action, which increases the stability and the core connection. As we learned earlier, alignment of our posture affects our breath. When we balance the action of the shoulder loop, as well as with the kidney and skull loop above and below, this affects and allows for the full breath capacity and organ function. Physiologically, the actions of shoulder loop optimize how the head to the humerus sit in the shoulder sockets and how the shoulder girdle as a whole connects to the core. And spiritually, shoulder loop increases our capacity for joy. Okay, while we're discussing the shoulders, I'd like to address the shoulder cues that I heard consistently in all my fitness years and early yoga years. The cues are shoulders away from the ears. I heard it back in my ballet days as well. Shoulders away from the ears, or shoulders down, or shoulders back and down. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong. What I would like to explain is that these generic cues likely came about because it's a common tendency to pull our shoulders forward and up, especially when we're stressed. And we do everything in front of us, so this is a common tendency. So for clarity's sake, let's feel what happens when we do this pull our shoulders down away from the ears. So if you actually go through that action and hold that action in, in a very like conscious way, notice what happens. You'll start to feel some tension under your armpits, and you might feel a little bit of a stretch along the tops of the shoulders. And feel your breath. Notice how your breath feels, quality and volume of your breath. And then also, while you're in the position, rotate your head from side to side and see how much freedom of motion you have there. And then relax that out. Now let's compare when we do the 5 actions of shoulder loop. So first, we inhale and expand the inner body, which lengthens the side body. And then we move the head of the arm bones back and feel the shoulder blades draw down without shortening our side body. Externally rotate the upper arms, internally rotate the lower arms, and then inhale, expand evenly all around, and then just hold it, but exhale and soften. And then feel your breath. And then notice when you rotate your head from side to side. So for me, I feel so much more freedom of movement of the breath as well as rotation of the head, which is because we're now in a more optimal position and the body is not trying to limit range of motion in a as a protective mechanism. So the reason for this is going back to that stability, mobility idea. When we are optimally aligned, we do not have to limit that movement to protect ourselves. And by placing the head of the humerus optimally in the shoulder sockets, this allows the body to relax and allow for freedom because we're optimally connected to our core. So to be more accurate, after we cue the 5 actions of shoulder loop, if someone still has their shoulders up and forward, even if we've cued all of that, we can then perhaps say, move your shoulders back and down, or relax your shoulders, or soften your shoulders, or something to add an extra cue to that individual person that for whatever reason is still out of alignment. But typically by giving all the 5 actions, it's going to bring us into the full optimal position. But you always want to tailor your cues specifically for what each individual person needs.